That's a Shame is brought to you by the people who support us over at patreon.com/shamecity.
If you have $1,
$2.
$1 to spare, join us again at patreon.com/shamecity. Please.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Hi, and welcome to episode this one of That's a Shame. I'm Isaac, and you?
I'm Declan. You nearly said the number, didn't you?
Almost
you
did, but I pulled away from it.
I'm so
because
proud
I'm a
of you.
pro. We're back for another episode. It's another fun episode.
Free episode.
A free fun episode.
Yeah.
And that's in contrast to the paid episodes at patreon.com/shamecity that you can chip in and receive. There's a million of them, at least, so far. And
Keep
counting.
telling this line.
There's
You can't,
billions
someone's
of
going to do us
episodes
for it. Someone is going to get us for it.
Now, I don't wish to fuck around today.
I get that
haven't
feeling.
got time for how's it going, what's the weather like. I want to get down to brass
It's going well, thank you.
tacks. I'm chomping at the bit to find out what we have this week. Declan,
Well,
what kind of content?
well, we've got some impromptu content.
Oh, impromptu, perhaps.
No,
It could be.
no,
Could work.
they can't all work. They can't all be
I'm going to
winners.
turn this bright light off.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank
Chilled
God.
now. That's
Yeah.
a vibe. Maybe, guys, if you're listening at home, turn the light off.
Yeah.
If you're driving, turn your lights off.
Headlights down. Just vibes.
It is nice to drive into the middle of the woods and then turn your headlights off and just think.
How often do you do that?
Not very often. I'm not.
But when you have, it's made a real
it's been
impact.
big.
So what? Well, it's a return to form,
Yeah,
as it
in
were.
what sense?
Well, it's a feature that we've mingled with previously.
Okay, not recently, I expect.
No, not recently at all. In fact, I think it's been nearly 100 episodes since we did this feature.
That can't be the case.
I know. Imagine.
can't be
Imagine that.
Um,
But
And what is it? Is it like a fun one? A
Yeah.
good feature?
yeah,
Okay,
it
cool.
is. Yeah.
Well, don't keep us in the dark.
Well, it's cups.
Oh,
It's cup. We've got some
it's
cups.
cup.
We've got some cups.
You'll have to explain it to me. It's been so long.
Well, what
I
it
don't
is,
remember do we drink out of them?
we're not going to be. You don't want
we
to drink out of
toss
these
them out the
cups
window?
because you know how you're not good with pills.
Yeah.
Well, this is bits of paper, and
I used to
imagine
read paper in primary school. Sugar paper, you chew that right down.
this is not. This is just A4, just
Or
regular.
paper has sugar in it. If you sprinkle it.
Do you want to eat this paper?
I'm gonna eat the paper.
Okay, well, you
after
can
we finish
you can
with
do
it.
that afterwards.
Okay,
Then
fine.
that's part of the ritual.
That
of
can
it.
be a Patreon.
So no, what I was thinking is you and I
Yeah.
here at Shame City.
Yeah.
We've recently been getting big, and I mean big,
Oh, huge.
into the Twitch world,
Yeah, it's
into the
been crazy,
streaming.
guys.
We're
We're front page streamers.
we're officially gamers.
We get what we do is we get a hot tub out and bikinis on, and
Yep.
then we put ourselves in the just chatting category, and I'm raking in the money.
He cannot stop.
If someone gives us 1,000 subs, I'll write their name on my arm.
his OnlyFans, it's popping off.
Hugely.
And this is officially like a gamer podcast now because of
Yeah,
that. And,
by default, we've sort of tarred it with the brush of gamer.
and that's something that Nick Alex, whatever the fuck his name is, he can't say.
He's not a gamer.
He's not at liberty to say that
He might
is a
play
gamer.
games, but he's not in his core a gamer. If you checked, he wouldn't
No,
say
and
that.
what we've seen and what we've heard and what we've heard from others who have heard
Yeah.
is that that's not his vibe.
I like that
He's
everyone's
not
been
got that.
investigating exactly what his podcast is.
And
He'll
what's
see
the-
a little blip in his stats and be like, "What's this about?"
What's been the sort of overall conclusion
They love
from
it. I
people?
mean, they say it's better than
They think
ours.
it's good. Oh, okay.
They say we should offer ourselves up for a hostile takeover.
Just let him have the brand. He can have
That's
the
a
dog.
shame squared
Oh,
with Nick
God.
Alex only. Yeah.
No. Oh,
It's
fuck.
really unfortunate.
So what I was thinking is we did this before and we unfortunately we didn't make any progress in terms of implementing our ideas in the real world. But now that we've got an established
A huge platform.
following,
Yeah.
I think it's time to change that. So listen, we're not going to get on the old Fortnite stream. We're not going to crack that market.
It's too late.
All the
That
big
ship has
games,
sailed.
they're taken.
True.
So, and all the small games,
Yeah.
well, no one wants to
No one's
view
watching them. I
No.
know because we stream them.
And no but what about some
medium
brand
game. Oh.
new games?
Okay. What ones are you thinking? Have you got some hot leads?
So what I've done I haven't got some hot leads necessarily. I haven't got a new game.
Oh,
But what
it
I've
sounded
done
like you were
is
setting up that you had.
I went into something of an altered state.
Did you? I didn't.
Yeah.
What, just now? When
Yeah,
you were in
just out there.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear any foaming and frothing.
No, well, mine is
Any
slightly
spewing and
mine's slightly less messy than yours.
weird.
Mine's less spume based
Fine,
than yours. I know
It doesn't sound like it's the altered state.
that's not
is all I'm
judgment.
saying.
It's no judgment on you.
Yeah, no, I
It's
get
not
that.
just because yours is like gross and
No,
disgusting.
it just doesn't sound to me like you've kind of committed to it. You're probably in like the next door state.
So no, like I say, it was a
garden
sort of,
state.
it was a kind of altered state
Yeah.
where I was just trying to access what's in the zeitgeist, what's on everyone's mind,
What did you come up
what sells. Well, I've come up with 3 cups.
with? Okay,
Now, the first cup, this contains some games,
Yellow
some game types
cool.
that they're all the rage.
Platformer, chess,
Neither of those is in there,
hitting games,
but you're on the right
mind
track.
games,
Oh,
funny games. I can do this all day.
let's
Pink
not.
cup?
Pink cup. Now, this is characters.
Okay, Charles.
Someone
We'll call them tunes, maybe.
we could call them. They're not all tunes.
No, tune. We'll call them all tunes.
Okay, they're tunes.
Yep.
So they're tunes who I think, at the moment especially, could really grab people.
Okay, so we're trying to build an IP out of pre-existing Charles and tunes, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, it'll
Yeah, no,
work
it will come
because
together.
when the game is as good as it's going to be,
Yeah. It
they'll
doesn't matter
have
what's
no
there.
they'll have no problem signing
If
over at like
Optimus
rights
Prime
and stuff
was
like that.
in Mario, like people would still play that. And
Yeah,
maybe they'd play it more.
100%.
If
And
Optimus Prime were in Animal Crossing, people would still play that.
do you think there's any game they wouldn't play?
Optimus Prime
Chess?
chess. Yeah, if he was all the pieces, and instead of moving anywhere, they can just sort of shape shift. Yeah, that could be bad.
And then this final one. Well, this is theme. This is topic. This is what.
okay.
What's the game about?
Yeah. Do you mean like the subtext, or just like what do you do in the game in terms of the story beats?
Yeah, it's more about like what does the game.
Have to say.
It's more about what's the game following? What's it exploring?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds quite lofty and, may I say, intellectual.
Some of them are, and some of them are not, because you've got to appeal to both markets.
You
haven't
have the stupid market and the smart market.
the smart as they say. Yeah. No. So
Let's dive
Isaac, let's dive in. Do you want?
I'd love to
you can
pick.
do that. I thought you
All
might.
right.
Okay.
And this is collaborative.
So, yes.
Mobile game.
A mobile
Perfect for
game.
me. I don't play any of them, but I know how they all work.
You know, you've
You
got a
just buy
mobile
acorns.
yourself.
Yeah, you buy gold acorns for $9. And it's about and this is a sorrowful thing for me to have to say, guys. We're
Okay,
gonna have to
go
stop
on.
the podcast here actually and play
right, sorry.
48 hours of melancholy music because
why's that?
guys, I don't know, sit down for this one. I don't know if you've heard. He's dead. The nation's dad is dead. The nation's healthy medical dad.
Boris Johnson's.
No, Princey Philip. He's passed away.
He did, didn't he?
He's dabbed out of this life. He's shuffled off his mortal coil again.
He did.
Said it's
for
not-
what some are saying is the final time.
He said one last slur before he could go, and now he's gone.
What about-
And the nation grieves?
Well, it does.
I haven't been the same since. I don't know about you.
I've not noticed a big difference, but sometimes they say it's delayed.
There's a
don't they?
hollowness that you probably.
Yeah, I'm
you'll
in
look
shock.
You'll look back at photos that were taken in this period, and you'll see like there's nothing behind your eyes.
Just a glazed look.
Sort of like the the bit in the middle of a donut. Well, there's nothing there. That's what's
Oh,
stuck
fuck.
behind your balls.
Have you considered poetry?
No, I haven't.
You should.
But yeah, a mobile game about Prince Philip, I guess. Strike while the iron is hot. Like
Exactly.
If we could get this to market, I'm thinking tomorrow. That could be
Yeah.
huge for us.
Well, I'm not doing anything. I suppose I could. I don't
could
know
code
how
out
to
a
make
bit.
a game, but
How hard can it be?
How hard
You
can
probably
it-
just drag
just for a
some stuff
mobile.
around.
Yeah,
They're
we'll get a
tiny
little-
on screen. No one can tell if
We'll
you've
just
done it well.
we'll just get a little like picture of him. You can probably there's probably
They're
a rights
probably
free one.
loads. I
Yeah.
drew one actually. It's really quite.
Oh, that'll do.
Let's have a look. So this is about what it's going to say.
Yeah, what's it going to be about? What's the?
It's
the
going
theme?
to be about Germany 7, Brazil 1. Now he would have hated this for 2 reasons.
Okay, go
He didn't like anyone that wasn't very specifically of his own kind of racial character.
Well, what
And
was
the thing
that?
about is he German in origin?
He's Greek, isn't he?
He's Greek.
He's Greek. Yeah.
So okay, so he wouldn't be happy about Germans, definitely.
No.
Even though the royal family are kind of German, aren't they? So
They're pretty Germanic, yeah. But apparently he fought the Nazis, so you got to.
that's true.
And that's not to say that Germans are Nazis.
no. Well, some of them were.
Yeah,
But
and
today-
some of them are.
Yeah, but today not many.
Not as many.
In Prince Philip's mind, probably more than there are. And then Brazil, I just know he must have, at some point in his 400-year reign, he must have called them all kinds of Game Awards.
Oh, 100%.
Because he was a man who, and this is something that the BBC have been quite on the money about.
Is it the gaffs?
Yeah, he was known for his foot in the mouth gaffs.
Oh, God.
And that's, you got to love that.
He spoke his mind.
He spoke for the nation.
He wasn't tied down by this PC
Thank
culture,
you for calling
was
it
he?
as you see it. Absolutely.
So yeah, he did. But thankfully, if you're not sure what we're on about, or if you've maybe forgotten, the Metro have very handily put together a compilation.
It's a
pullout.
You pull up a bunch of vouchers and you send off for a racist plate,
and it just
collates all of his favourite gaffes.
Countdown of his top 10 most racist moments.
Yeah, he didn't like people that had any obvious difference, even sometimes a non-obvious difference to him.
Just perceived differences.
And that's what makes this difficult, because, did he care about football at all?
Maybe, but maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe
that could be what the game's about. It's like the apathy that led him to taking his own life, as he did.
Exactly.
I can exclusively reveal. He drove off a cliff.
Is that...
And that could maybe...
I thought they were keeping it a bit quiet. That's sort of like how?
Yeah, I read something 2 days ago when I was looking into how goddamn long we have to only talk about Prince Philip. Because, if you're not from the UK, may I just stress for you that it's all we're legally allowed to do. The TV is only about Prince Philip.
It's just Prince Philip.
For a week.
Wall-to-wall coverage.
The radio is only allowed to play sad songs. I saw that our friend Tim had tweeted that they played on Radio 1 or Radio 2, I Will Always Love You, and dedicated it to Prince Philip.
Fucking hell.
It's very good.
That's bleak.
That's mad. But I was looking into it, and it said that, first of all, the operation that springs into action upon his death is called Operation Fourth Bridge, which I didn't know.
Right.
And it said that the true time of his death may never be released to the public, and that he could have died as much as 12 months in advance of us being told. So he could have been dead for a year.
And I mean, in a way, he was.
Well, in a way,
every
he
time
hasn't
we
been
saw
alive
him
since the 80s in any meaningful sense of bodily function. Certainly in terms of the skin. The skin has been waiting to crawl off for years.
When's the Queen going? That's the big question.
I think she's got another decade.
You think she's got another decade?
I don't think she can die.
I think 30
I don't think
days.
she knows how to die. What, you think she'll follow?
Yep.
Other way around, it's women die and then the man. Men die and women live much longer thereafter.
She's going to go.
Mark my words, the Queen, let's put a bet on it here and now.
Okay, go on.
If she makes it to 31 days, you owe me £1,000.
Another...
Yeah. Whenever the celebrity death pool discussion topic comes up, I'm reminded of a time when was it? 2016, I think. When
I
we
think
did,
so.
With a bunch of, I'll call them what they are, great friends.
Close,
of
trusted
fun wager
buddies.
About who do you think's going to die that's a celebrity. And Declan, I think you must have gone into the altered state here. I don't remember, again, you spuming a great deal, but maybe you did it in private.
We weren't living together at the time.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. He plucked from Satan's dark wallet a bunch of names that he'd scrawled down there, and I think he kind of Death Note killed them. Like you predicted with eerie accuracy the next set of
within
deaths.
3 months.
Yeah.
It was, I think, who was it? It was Nancy Reagan, Muhammad Ali, and Harper Lee, I think.
Yes.
Were the three who
went.
Yeah,
because the idea was you pick a list of 10 and then the first person to get 3 of them dead.
Yeah.
I want to say I mean, it wasn't actively involved, to my knowledge.
The first person to take out 3 confirmed
wins
kills.
The Assassin's Cup. And the way it worked was everyone put £10 in, so that there was a bit of, a flutter, a bit of fun to it. And then, Declan got all of them right, and he made loads of money out of it. Anyway, back to today's story.
What I'd like to just remind us all is that Isaac to this day remains the only person
of about 15 people or something.
Oh yeah, there were I think there were about 20 people in this group who has paid me. Not even Kieran, who hosted the fucking thing, has sent it. The fucking cheek.
Also, I wonder if, and in fact, now that I wonder this, I realise that I know that this is the case.
Okay, go on.
In every life we have some trouble, but if you are to worry,
you will make it double.
You make it double. I wonder if at that precise moment, like sliding doors, the fact that you got no money branched you off to where you are today. But if you'd got that £200, whatever it would have been, you might have been in such a good mood that your life took a complete. You'd probably be a prince now.
I might have bought some Bitcoin.
Or fuck, you would have invested it straight in the BTC.
I had one right in there because that was my whole mood at the time, wasn't
yeah,
it?
you'll
remember.
You were always talking about crypto.
I couldn't
He
stop.
was always flashing his Bitcoin.
And then I was always on about the blockchain, and then something happened in the intervening years where I just forgot all of that.
Yeah,
and I didn't know
that's
what
depression.
it was.
That'll do
Oh, they say it causes the memory loss.
Anyway, so it's a driving game, of course. It's going to be one of those. There's no controls on the screen. It's a shaking game. It's shake
right.
or voice activated only. So you go left, Your Highness, right, Your Highness, and
Right.
it takes him a long time to steer.
And you sort of do a little jolt to make him jump.
Stunt bonus.
Yeah.
If he goes over a pensioner, he ran someone over, didn't he? Yeah,
Himself,
that was cool.
I think, as well.
He got run over himself, did he?
He just
Very
crashed,
cool.
overturned the car.
But yeah, I think if you go up to like a bump or a pedestrian, you can do a princely stunt, we'll call them, and they
Yep.
get, depending on how high in the air you go and how much impressed the public is at large. Like, was there a reporter there?
Maybe it's
was
like
Jenny Bond on the scene to
maybe it's like the different levels of
aristocracy?
the aristocracy.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
what I was thinking.
King's
You'd be
top,
like-
obviously.
Yeah, he'll do like an average one and be like, Earl! And you do a bit better.
Marquis!
Fleet Admiral. No, I've confused it there. That's not strictly a rank. But yeah, that's the game, and sadly, it's not about the football.
Maybe he's
Some things you can't reconcile, and that's one of them.
Right? No. I think that the idea is
He's
that
driving
at
to disrupt the game.
Yeah, he's trying to get there to stop it because
He wants England to win.
yeah, and he didn't know that we sucked, so we
Yeah.
were already out. So he was off to get there.
We might have heard that there are some foreigners there, and
he was off to go and call them a slur.
Yes, he's like, and the clock's running out because he's so close to dying. It's a game where when you start it, the countdown's already on like minus 400, and you're just every second is borrowed from God's big sand clock, and you're just winging it as much as possible.
Maybe there's like, you've got to, in Crash Team Racing, there was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
level where you've
Save
got to do the
catch
lap.
the bacon, steal the
Not
bacon.
steal the
Okay,
bacon,
not
no.
the bacon
But
one.
there was the one where you've got to collect a C, a T, and an R. Maybe he's got to collect the letters for the slurs that he wants to say.
Otherwise, he's not allowed to utter them.
No.
From his
But
decrepit
if he does get them, he's very much allowed to utter them.
Imagine
We've
the
got
inside
recordings.
of his mouth, like not now, but like even a month ago when he was in fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
Imagine then, would you look in there?
I mean,
Would you lick
I'd
the roof of his mouth?
I would not. No, those are very
In
different
exchange
things.
for a knighthood.
Those are very different things, and you
Cash
didn't
for
let me
honours.
answer. What am I getting?
You get a duchy, not a good one, not a bad one, but you get like a bit of land. You'll become
Yeah.
Duke Declan of Dunstan, which is a small province outside Wiltshire that I'll be creating.
Okay.
You get some staff. What would you want?
Well,
Cows?
and I've just got to lick the roof of his mouth.
Yeah, every day, and that's how he stays alive. It's like the portrait of Dorian Gray, and that's exactly
Right, but if I stop and he dies, I've already got the duchy.
it gets taken away.
By who?
It gets sort of
Who's
when
taking it
sometimes
away?
when people die and
They
everything that belongs to them fades out of
They
reality.
can't revoke my duchy.
They can because
They
they
can't.
put that in the
They
fine
can't
print.
unduke me.
Damn, they can.
So, well, no, I won't then.
And depending on what he's eaten, it will be a better or worse task.
you don't
Like, if
have
he's
to-
eaten
you have to go any
a
further
French
because I've
onion
said
soup
no.
With like Gruyere cheese, it would all be ganged up on his mouth.
Well, I know that it would, and that's why I've
and you'd
said
be
no.
licking the cheese strings off
You've
the
got
dead
to stop
Duke's mouth.
what you're doing.
Okay, RIP as well, HRH. We're done with this one.
Okay, that's solved, I think.
Huge. That's a huge
Shall I-
game.
Shall I pull these out?
Yeah, let's see what we get.
Okay, the next one.
What's the theme?
Well, I don't know yet. This is the
Okay,
type of
what's
game.
the type
It's
of
a
game?
rhythm game.
Very cool. I like these.
Okay, then our character.
Yeah.
I think.
We can have the Prince
wanna
again
open
if you
that?
want. The character, guys, it's going to be the Pringles man, brackets Mr. Pringles.
That's
Okay.
probably the guy from the tin.
Yeah, I've already thought of everything we need about this game.
Well,
regardless of the thing. We'll be
it was
shoehorning
interesting
that right in.
That was interesting. That was what happened last time as well. The theme this time, I'm here to tell you, is faking the moon landings.
Oh, okay. That is a curveball. Well, let's start at first principles, which is to just remove that faking the moon landings out of the picture, and we'll bring
You
it
seem
in
to have
later.
tossed it to the side. Well, I'm just going to say
Yeah,
that
no,
it's not.
I'm just kind of on the Trello board. I'm putting that to maybe over there. The Pringles can. Is
Feel
an-
free to delete any of the cups that you want from the game.
The Pringles can is an intensely rhythmic object, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
got at least 5 different rhythm potentials.
At least 6 different sounds you could
Turn
make.
it sideways, clasp in your hands. You've got a shaker, such as you might have in like samba music. For
You wouldn't
example.
want to do that while it's got Pringles in it because you're going to break
You
them all.
fucking would, because
then you
depending on
can't-
the consistency of the Pringles, you're going to have a higher or lower shake.
But you can't put them back together.
No worries, no problem. We get
So we're only
multiple
getting lower, higher.
I don't know. That's something for R&D to find
Okay,
out.
that's fine.
Then let me hit you with this. The top, the plastic top,
Yep.
it would be a bit like this.
And then on the bottom, there's the metal
foil.
bottom.
And
Where's
also-
more of a
Also, you can stab that metal foil, which will make an explosive kind of
Yeah.
beautiful sound. I reckon, I haven't tried this. Maybe try this at home, guys.
Go on.
Get a sharp object. I want you to run with it.
Oh.
And run straight towards the Pringles. Preferably ones you own, but that's inessential.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you stab a hole in the bottom and you blow into it, is it a flute now? Or a pipe of some sort?
Oh, some sort of like
sort of-
holy
of like-
oboe.
A salt and vinegar pipe. Quite
Yeah.
a beautiful idea I've had.
Like blowing into the top of a bottle.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Pringles himself, I've just realised, and this is like I'm sorry to have to admit this, but I don't know much about him, and I can't even picture what he looks like.
Well, that's your
and
own
I don't think
ignorance.
he's a guy. Is he really?
What do you mean?
Is there a man on the
Yeah,
Pringles?
There's a man on the Pringles.
Let me look
He's
him
got
up.
a big moustache.
Are you thinking of the Monopoly Man as well?
Look at him.
Oh, this guy.
This
we
lad,
went to
yeah.
school together. Okay.
Wow,
well,
and you forgot. Oh, look, there's a version of him here where he's got sort of
leaked
a
Mr.
body.
Pringles' entire body.
100% legit.
Well,
you
sounds
can't argue with
pretty
that.
Truthful. Here's a version of him that's 3D as well.
Okay.
It looks like he's wearing his moustache as a muzzle, so perhaps it's because he says terrible things.
He's being silenced.
I reckon he's not that into Pringles, or
Oh.
he loves them so much they would be off-putting to you to eat them in front of him, and he's just like, oh, get that down your throat. Feel the biscuit crumbs.
Is that
Things
what he
like
would
that.
be like?
Well, he's from Yorkshire, obviously.
Oh, right, yeah, no, of course.
No. I don't know actually about what his background is, and maybe that could be something that we explore in the rhythm game. It could be like,
Is he the one? Because he, to me, has got more of a, in...
I've thought of a slogan for the game.
Oh, okay, go on.
Once you bop, you can't stop. That's quite good.
Okay, but yeah, and they probably can't do us for that.
Well, this is a licensed game.
Oh, right,
We're
yeah,
not
sorry.
stealing the likeness of Mr. Pringles.
I'm pretty sure that he's like
Public
open
domain.
source, yeah.
Wow. Before Mickey Mouse.
Is he? Because to me, he strikes me both in kind of
sex
like
symbol.
tone. Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna be
also
a
in
hot
visage of in what's that cooking one that we sometimes play?
Overcooked.
Yeah, he's got a King Onion kind of vibe.
He could
where
be
he's-
related.
Where he's the one who's like guiding you through the game.
Yeah.
So is he the
yeah.
playable, or is he just like floating head next to whatever the rhythm is,
Yeah, I
like telling
like
us
that.
how to do it?
It simplifies the need to flesh out his character because, let's be honest, there isn't one.
In both in terms of literally giving him a body
He'll have
and
no flesh.
no.
He's bones only. He's made of Pringles.
That is white. Like that could just be a skull.
It could be just bones, yeah.
Skull with a moustache.
So let me try and get a handle on this. So we're in a rhythm setting.
I've just thought, and look, don't shoot
No,
it down
there's no
straight
bad
away
ideas in workshop.
because I'm just sort of like sliding this other bit of paper that you dismissed back in.
Okay, the moon
because I'm
landing.
thinking the other thing about the Pringles can
Yeah.
could be kind of
rocket.
a rocket.
Yeah.
Heading up.
Okay. So it'd be a kind of Little Big Planet aesthetic where it's like papercraft and it's like, it's fun and it's kind of, it's borderline twee, but we won't let it
No.
And Mr. Pringles, Jonathan, we'll call him Jonathan Pringles.
Jonathan Pringles.
His job is to guide
Jonathan
us,
P. Ringles.
the player character, to or through the steps to be required to help Stanley Kubrick fake the moon landings, including but not limited to collect enough Pringles cans to build a rocket.
Yeah, I think as well. What if it's a kind of a meta thing where, in order to fake the moon landings,
Yeah.
they go to the moon.
What's
And
what's the message that would give to the children?
Well, the message is everything
honest.
is lies,
Okay.
and you can't
teaching
know the truth.
cynicism.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Saying
they're not cynical.
You can't know it and don't bother trying.
Yeah, we're saying don't learn. Don't try to learn
sort fact
things.
from fiction because it's
Yeah,
both, they're both a
exactly.
big
They're both
muddy
the same
puddle.
thing.
Yeah, that could be a
'Cause
good
that's
message for the
balance.
Pringles team to get on board with. I'm certain about that.
It's like no learning, just vibes.
Yeah.
Just vibing along, bopping along, and not stopping.
Yeah, well, you
That's-
can't,
no.
and that suggests, doesn't it, a kind of endless runner vibe where you can't stop. It's like Speed or Crank. Do you know Crank?
Yeah.
What's the idea? He's taken too much blood in his body and it'll all
No,
kill him.
it's interesting. It's not that. Thank
It's
you.
close. He's a bit where he has to jack
villain.
off in a market.
A villain has like injected him with something where if his heart rate
If he doesn't
drops
jack off in a
below,
market store.
then that's it. He's a goner.
Why does he start
Because
doing
that will keep his heart rate up.
Okay. There are other things that would do it. As
Yeah,
well.
well, that's very much a theme of the film. He does lots of. It's not
Why
just
doesn't he just do
jacking
the
off.
one thing? He could just stay running, for example,
Well,
or
because
stay very excited.
if you just do that, then you'll get tired, and then you'll sit down, and then it will just.
Yeah, but if you do anything, you get tired. So what I'm saying is,
But he's,
I think he probably wanted to jack off in the market anyway and use this as an excuse.
or maybe he started running, but it just wasn't enough.
Run faster, easy.
There's what? Come on, everyone's got a limit.
Jonathan Pringles, the game opens. What platforms are we targeting?
The Switch, I think, because there's
Yeah.
lots of.
Oh yeah, because of the Joy-Cons.
The Joy-Cons,
I think
you
you're
can
going
do
to need like 8 Joy-Cons to play this minimum.
It's for octopuses only.
We're going to sell a load of. We're going to do like a partnership where we have like a licensed Pringles Joy-Con that comes in every can.
Every can.
Cans are now £100 each as well.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that's fair.
But we'll put them near the tills so all the children would be like, "Mummy, you've got to get me the Pringles can." Okay, darling, I suppose so. And so you've got a Joy-Con on each arm, like you know where the iPod
They're
Nano
strapped,
used to
yeah,
be,
yeah.
Joy-Con in every pocket, 2 in your socks, one on your mouth, I think, to measure the
Just sort of like
the set.
the
That could be like
bopping.
the taste con, we'll call that,
Mm.
and it can simulate the tastes of different favourite Pringles flavours. So it
How's it
starts
doing
off
that?
with ready salted.
How's that?
It just has little flavour sachets that it releases, like you know the cyanide pills you put in your teeth.
I don't do that personally, but I think I know what you're on
so
about.
we just
Yeah.
put flavour sachets in the child's teeth, and then as they run along, they'll unlock like Cool Original World. That's Doritos. Ready Salted World. What's another flavour of Pringles?
Sour cream and
Yeah,
onion.
that's all
The
the worlds.
BBQ whatever.
Yeah, BBQ whatever world.
They love that.
So there's only 3 worlds. That's not very many. But yeah, the moment-to-moment gameplay, I think, is like he says, "Look," he sits you down. He's like, "Once you pop," and it's where you have to accept a lot of warnings to play a game.
Once you bop.
Once you bop,
because otherwise
you
we are.
can't stop, and you have to press like "I accept," and you have to scroll
and you have
through
to
a bunch
scroll
of stuff.
through,
You have
yeah,
to
yeah,
sign your name, say it's fine that you've. Put
And you have to do that
sensors
with the
in my
mouth one. You have to like draw it out to
And
get the
then
neck.
Just
warmed
when
up.
you think the game's about to start, he's like, no, look, just let me be clear. When you bop, you cannot legally.
You are
now
legally
stop.
mandated
You're
never
obligated
to stop.
to never stop, indeed. And then talk me through what you pitch as the gameplay loop. How are we bopping? Where are we bopping?
So I think, like you said, we've got the different worlds, like the different
Yeah.
lands. So I think maybe first of all, you're just like in the office. You're going to see Stanley,
Yeah.
right, to find out about the meeting.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like to open the doors. You've got like boom, boom.
Yeah, that must be annoying for him on the inside of that office.
Well, no, because you're like he's like right at the top.
Oh, so there's loads
It's
of
miles away,
doors,
so there's
maybe.
loads of because otherwise it would be too
quite a
short a
short
level.
game.
And maybe then there's stuff like you got to jump over the like logs
Yeah.
that they have there.
The office
for-
logs.
Yeah.
Maybe you're never allowed to stop moving. Like it has to always be one limb moving.
You have
all
to
the time.
jack off in a supermarket. That
Yeah,
goes without saying.
with a Pringles can.
yeah.
into a
filled with whatever.
That's that one solved, I think.
I think that's
What's
good.
it called though? Bop Mr. Pringles Wacky Adventures 1 :
Bop your way to the moon
to the
landing
moon.
fake.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's probably done.
It's catchy.
There's 2 left in each, so we've got two more
Okay,
games
very
to make.
cool.
Go on.
This one is a point and click puzzle, a genre with which we are intimately
We're
familiar.
this is going to be the one I can feel.
It's a point and click puzzle, and it stars a little char that you guys might know as Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But
That's really
you
good.
can't deny that he's got the pull.
He's got a star potential, and it's
And what's it about?
the Mandela effect. Okay. Now, for those who don't know, why don't you just run us through the Mandela effect?
So the Mandela effect is named after this kind of like common feeling that there was.
And also Nelson Mandela.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That loads of people, like loads, statistically, it's very many people, just thought that he was dead.
Yeah.
Like,
when though?
But
After he was dead.
years before he was dead.
The 60s.
And so it's sort of like this a name given to the effect where lots
are
of
wrong.
people are very ill-informed
Except
about.
that there's a fun wrinkle to the Mandela effect, which is that the kind of core husk of the theory which probably, is only like the radical 5%,
Yeah.
to call them, they believe, well, no, we can't be wrong. And it's everyone else that's wrong. And they believe that the Mandela effect is proof of parallel worlds existing.
Where he did die.
Yeah, or
and then
where
we
it
just
was
sort of
called the
slipped into this one.
Berenstein rather than Stein.
Berenstain Bears, yeah.
Or where
that's a
the
huge
Disney logo did something else. Maybe there was like a poem
one.
there.
It's
Tinkerbell,
it's
isn't
a Tinkerbell on the DVD that she comes and spells out the
Never
letters.
happened.
There was one about like the logo for something having like a cornucopia on it. And then they were like,
Horn of Plenty or something.
yeah, and then that just never
What
was.
that? I do remember that, yeah. So a game about the Mandela effect is a really interesting proposition because memory is such a personal thing to explore in any art. And especially in an art form where like, you could just go back and check if you were right or wrong initially. We'd have to be constantly gaslighting the player into a point of sort of psychological destruction.
Abuse.
Well, we won't call it that.
No.
We want to keep them in a state where they don't know night from day. They don't know right from wrong. Let me tell you. And they're
going to be making Lynn do all sorts of
they
unspeakable.
They can't trust their own eyes, ears, or memories. And those are the three big senses.
I mean, we do like that aspect in games where like
love
you
it.
come back and something's different.
Yeah, not in all games. If
No.
Tetris worked like that, very annoying.
Oh, that would suck.
But in some games, it can be a really effective way of making you.
If
think
in
like
Mario
you've gone
you
mad.
press jump and he went down
killed
instead,
himself on screen.
then you'd think, well,
You
I
think,
thought I
why
pressed.
did they add that?
I thought I pressed jump rather than the kill yourself button.
Oh no, I pressed the KYS button again.
Oh,
I think.
no!
And then Mario's like, "It's a me,
I'm
dead."
a Sadio.
So okay, the point and click adventure is broad enough that I think, as long as we get the setting right, people won't be upset by being tortured psychologically by the game.
No.
Where do you see that being? That
So
relates
somewhere
to
that-
Lin-Manuel.
Somewhere that Lynn would be /
Yeah.
could go, and somewhere that people like to be.
Could it be like the signing of the Declaration of Independence? Could it be that we're like back in the Founding Fathers' times and the Mandela effect is all the way in which he's lied about
Yeah,
what
I was going to say
happened?
like it's all of the things that he got wrong.
Yeah.
All the facts.
But Lin, you play as Lin and he sort of won't accept these mismatched realities.
Or what if Lynn is
tricking you.
is trying to it's your job to try and make sure that events go as
You're the
history dictated,
dramaturge trying to fact check Hamilton.
and instead Lynn is kind of like peeking out from
I
behind
think that
stuff.
if you check, you will see that you're wrong. He must have done it this way because I put it in the song.
And so he's trying to like mischievously so he set all these like puzzles, and if you don't solve them in time,
He'll
then like
diddle you.
very
Like in a game way. He'll diddle
Go
you
on,
back
what's
to
the
level 1.
what's the oh okay
example.
we probably want to come up with a different name
Different
for that
game
for what
vibe.
happens. Yeah.
Okay. He'll confuddle you. It's
He'll-
like hug and confuse.
Okay.
Confuggle.
No, don't say that.
Okay, just an idea. I'm just throwing it out.
No, I know, but I'm saying that you should stop.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well, I've stopped now. I mean, you're drawing it out.
yeah, okay. No. Well,
Cool, okay.
so you have to like do, and maybe like as you're going along,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where
What's he wearing?
there's like who Lynn.
Yeah.
You don't want to know
Is he in
because
his, is he like as himself? Is he just
he's
dressed for like
he's
the
wearing
day-to-day?
he's wearing a pair of Y fronts and that's it.
That's very cool. Is he biting the lip or is
Oh,
that an unlockable sort of thing?
Always biting the lip, but sometimes just if we're bringing back in the
Biting
Mandela
your-
effect, he's biting it on the like wrong side.
Or the wrong lips. Like he's
He's biting the top lip.
I'd love to see an edit of that photo where he's biting his
Oh
top lip.
god, despicable.
Really cool. So, I mean, this feels fleshed out to me. Obviously, we're going to get... This is AAA, right? Like,
Yeah.
we want it to be maybe FMV aspects, like there's video in there.
Yeah, I like that.
Because there's loads of video of the Founding Fathers.
You
knocking
can't
about.
move for the footage of them.
So we could get a lot of that licensing
Maybe we
involved.
could do. Oh, it could be that really cool. I always find this really funny. I'm sure you do too.
In games.
Just in general,
yeah.
just in life. You know where there's like a still image,
Yeah, I know.
but then they've like edited an actual real
so
life
the mouth.
moving
Yeah,
mouth
like those
to
orange,
make them
you
say
remember the funny orange on
Yeah, the
YouTube?
funny. Yeah, like the funny orange.
Funny YouTube orange. I love that guy.
That was good. That was always
I bet
good
he's
and never
still
bad.
going.
I bet he's
I bet he's made a
so
lot of
funny
money.
still. So yeah, so like we could do some of that. It's like Thomas Jefferson chatting about
And what's
the
the
economy.
end goal then? Like, what do we want to have achieved?
So as you go along,
Yeah.
Lynn is perving up history, right? And so as you're going along, there's like a kind of corruptometer, which is if you haven't solved the puzzles well enough or timely enough,
He'll rewrite the history books.
then he gets to rewrite history, and
who lives,
you get,
who dies.
You get to the end.
Some things are stories.
You get to the end, and the sort of like the closer to perfect, as the way things went that you've got it, then that's how well your score is calculated. Let me hit you with
this yes and. What if that whole bit is the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game?
Okay.
And then the real game is you watch a fully rendered 3D cinematic of what the world is like because of what you've done. So for hours you're watching like, okay, well, we made everyone think that Abraham Lincoln was a nonce by accident because we didn't do the puzzles right.
Yeah, there was a sliding puzzle and we couldn't get it.
How history has evolved and developed with that misconception in mind. I mean, I'm assuming it's a misconception. Or you make these subtle changes like an exploration of the butterfly effect in those.
It's just like, maybe you have to guess what some of them would be. We could get like a betting function going in there.
I can't support that in my game.
But they're they're not betting
I
real
want it
money.
to be a wholesome sort
They're
of
not
game.
betting real money.
Okay.
So it's okay. They're just betting fake money that they buy from us. Yeah. For real money.
Okay, that's cool.
So maybe it's stuff like what if history is just exactly the same, except the Lincoln Memorial, he's got a little kid on his
lap,
knee.
And he's looking a little bit like lasciviously,
lasciviously,
oh.
He's
And
drooling.
maybe in the Lincoln Memorial they animated his eyes, so on the like hour he just like looks sheepy like, whoa, and he says that as well. But like
he goes, whoa.
It's like a real recording of it.
Well, they'll just get Daniel Day back in to do it, I think, because that'll do.
Cool. Well, I think the watchword should be non-interactive then for that second half. I think like Death Stranding makes you watch hours and hours of cutscenes. I think we should try and one up them because at least it will generate press.
It's just a 5-minute. There's actually only one puzzle.
Yeah. And regardless of what happens, Lincoln's a nonce now. And there's a very long rap about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's minutes and minutes and minutes of your life that you'll never get back, because a bit like the Pringles game will probably institute some of the similar technology. They can't close the game. They can't leave.
Once you pop,
it's in VR.
Once you bop, you can't stop. We'll have that as the slogan as well.
For that one.
Yeah.
That's the like company name. Almost.
Okay, yeah.
Once you
Company
bop, you can't stop.
Any of our games.
Inc. Right, last one.
Okay.
Last one. This one is an open world RPG.
Love these.
You're a huge
Skyrim,
fan.
The Witcher 3. They're games I've not finished.
The character we have to include. Now that's going to be Tinky Winky.
Oh, the purple Teletub.
That's him, yeah.
Okay.
And it's got to be about. It's got to deal with. It's got to handle. Let's have a little look here. The Moorgate tube crash.
Oh, now remind me what year that was.
It's in the 80s, I think.
Okay, and deaths?
Some.
Yeah.
More than you'd like, but less than you'd think.
Okay, yeah, that is what it is, I suppose. Well, let's move this one to the side for now temporarily.
Okay,
and
go
just
on.
consider these two. Obviously, we're in the Tubbytronic Superdome area.
Yeah.
Right? Because people ask me all the time. They say, Isaac, what's over the hill? And I say, guys, I don't know. I've never been to Teletubbyland. If I knew, I'd tell them. But I think we all got.
You have seen it though.
I've seen the show.
Not with your own eyes though.
I know a place that looks very like it, which is a supermarket in North Greenwich that looks exactly. It's covered in like grass hills.
Maybe
and it could have been filmed there in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
But what I think we all got a sense of at the time was there's more. It's more about what we're not being shown, right? We got the sense that this was just a slice of the world.
Well, yeah.
And like one village over, maybe there's like who knows what abominations.
Another 4 of them.
Well, not even of the same sort of species, right? They could be like, imagine Tinky Winky, but huge, and he's on fire.
What if they're like telly toddlers?
Yeah,
and they're just like a bit big. They're like bigger, and they would eat the Teletubbies if they saw them.
Absolutely. There could be all manner of abominable.
And
variants.
then next on, there's like the Telly Teens,
and it could be that the Teletubbies, like their whole vibe is that they're there, and the reason they don't stray outside that is because they're scared, right? It's a very hostile world.
Yeah.
And they've built a little enclave that's the only safe place. And now Tinky Winky, because his friends have been sadly slaughtered in the opening scene of the game by the tube.
All 3 of them gone.
The tube goes through our dimension into theirs, and it kills Poe, and it kills Lala, and importantly, it kills
it fatally maims Dipsy.
Very slowly with Dipsy as well. Like that death lingers, and we make the actor involved in Dipsy die as well. For the honesty of
just
it.
like that's a good viral marketing campaign, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
they might not die really, but we'll say they died in the making of.
we can kill it.
We'll say
I'm
one
pretty
actor
sure.
was harmed in the making of, and it was the one that plays Dipsy, and here's what happened, ... and then it fades up on the tube killing Dipsy.
What if, just to add a bit more kind of like drama to this?
It felt dramatic. But
I know,
you're not
but
saying
we're
that.
ramping
Okay,
it.
okay.
No, but come on. Think about how violent video games are.
You've got to make them as violent as possible, or the kids
People
aren't
won't buy them.
interested, Yeah.
They're not going to buy it. Stardew Valley, who's
No one
playing
plays
it?
it anymore.
Literally no one's playing that. Minecraft, they only play because they put more
Blood
horrible
mods,
things in
and
it.
there's blood mods.
Blood mods?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, we see that cutscene of the tube, the train
Hurtling through the dimensions. Yeah.
takes them out.
One
one
at a
by
time.
one.
It's not all together.
No.
It's not all together.
They're like coming over and then
I want
just
people
like
to
swoops
know
him
that-
around the back.
I want people to know that Dipsy and Lala
They had to watch Poe die.
Yeah, and they could have survived, but they don't. They importantly don't. Like,
Why don't they?
They don't think fast enough. They're stupid.
They
idiots.
are fucking divs, aren't they? Yeah,
They couldn't-
that fits.
They couldn't decide what to do fast enough. They were just like in shock.
But here's where I'm throwing a little bit of intrigue into the works. What if, as you're going along,
Yeah.
you know how in Zelda, in
Yeah,
Breath
yeah,
of the
I know
Wild,
Breath of the Wild.
you have to like find all the memories.
Yeah.
You have to like go to these specific places. What if we do that, and actually piece by piece, it turns out that actually Tinky Winky, well, he was on the tube that
was
day.
the driver.
He was the driver. And he, in fact, counter to the real narrative, he survived.
Okay.
And this like Tinky Winky Teletubby Supertronic zone,
Yeah.
right?
It's
That
purgatory.
that whole thing is that. But in fact, the memories that we start piecing together, it was no train that killed Poe.
Was it just
and
he just ran at them really
He
fast?
just zoomed, and he used that little pointy thing on his head
He
and
takes it off
just
and it's a big
scored
sword.
them like a fucking stag.
Wow. Yeah, no, I do like this idea because it's such a serene world, but with that undercurrent of something being off. And like the idea of Tinky Winky as an unreliable narrator has hitherto been unexplored in fiction.
Yeah, they really looked over that and in favour of just having the same video twice every episode, didn't they?
That was one of the big errors. Here's a question: the lion and the bear. How are they got involved? The baby in the sun.
I think, well, the baby in the sun. I think obviously there's night, but then what we're going to reveal is there's day.
Blood moon rises again.
Yeah, almost.
Tinky Winky.
And all of
All
there's
of
just
the
like
Poe
Poe
comes
just kind of like
back.
jilting back.
Kill me. This is
So I think that there's the sun baby, but then we reveal exclusively there's a moon, but there's a night baby as well.
No.
And it's
It's an old man.
oh no,
The old man in the moon.
the old man of the moon. Okay,
Fully nude.
and it's the same person. It's the same like grown up.
The sun baby was a girl, so it'd have to be the old.
Okay, an old
the
lady
old girl
in
in the moon.
Yeah, the old
super
the old little
girl
baby
in the
girl
moon.
in the moon.
We just apply like a Winkles filter.
And when it's like night, that's when he has the night terrors.
Yeah,
and that's when he begins to remember.
I've got an idea as well, which is that, one thing I really like, there are two things that I've thought about really liking recently, and one of them we talked about, that effect where it's like that I've said too much trope, where like a character reveals that they knew something they weren't supposed to, and that sets off the big plot, and you feel that sinking feeling. What other thing that I like is when the answers were there from the start. So like the first thing you saw is actually like that contained everything you needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't think of any examples other than one, which neither of us know about, but it is a thing, right?
Yeah.
Can you think of any?
No, I'm thinking stuff like the Prestige, maybe. There's stuff like they kind of like reveal, like the opening monologue is the closing monologue as well.
Okay.
They're kind of like revealing at the beginning.
Can we get a constant thing where, those tubby pipes that are there?
Yeah.
They're just like telling you exactly what's going on, but it's in such horrible, quiet, whispered tones that you kind of are incentivized not to pay attention. Maybe you take damage when you get near them, but it's like psychological damage because it's like your own.
Well, he's got a really
id.
weak baby brain.
Yeah, and it's being like hit with the true reality, which is that he's one of the worst mass murderers of all time. And in fact, he's not a Teletubby, he's a guy.
Yeah.
And in fact, like, he's not just a guy, but he's like the guy you go to if you want a disgusting murder. that features a train or a disembowelment.
Fuck yeah.
And, like,
I definitely like the idea that we
he's
could play
cracked.
with that in the day-night cycle. So like in the day, it's all very bright and sunny. There's the baby, and those little pipes are just saying things like,
Time
"You're
for
okay."
Tubby Bye Bye. Oh, Time for Tubby Bye Bye was so scary.
Time
to
for
like-
Tubby Bye Bye, and that's when he has to kill.
Tubby Bye
That's when he
Bye.
has to kill one of them. Tubby Bye Bye means he's going to kill one of the others. Yeah.
And Tinky Winky says that, but he's like Ray Winston or someone.
Time for Tubby Bye Bye.
That'd be very good. Maybe you can unlock different voices.
Tubby custard, you cunt.
No, get in it. Nunu, it turns out, is like his indentured servant. Like he's sex trafficked Nunu. And it,
Oh no.
well, look, it's a dark game. Sorry,
So wait,
sorry, we
so
don't want to go there.
During the day. Oh, and
During the day, it's a Hoover, and during the night,
that his like little nozzle,
Nozzle.
that's his leash
yeah.
by which he drags him about.
Oh, that could be really good. Yeah.
And you can only see that at night, and then in the day he's back
And
to
it'd be
Nunu.
like that bit in The Shining where Danny sees a rabbit sucking off a guy, but Nunu's doing both.
But Nunu,
He's auto.
he's sucking off
fellationing.
himself.
Yeah, and that bit, some critics have said, was not strictly
Egregious.
relevant to the A plot.
Which,
But we'll argue
which
that
they
it's-
themselves took issue with as well.
It's world building, they'll say. Yeah, some environmental storytelling about what if Nunu sucked himself off. Huge. Well, it's another game that just writes
it's
itself.
just solved.
Guys, I don't know about you, but
This
when
industry is a piece of
When
piss.
Declan pitched this Cups thing, I didn't think we'd get 4 smash hits, but here we are. The next 3.5 years of Shame City development
Is
cycle
just
is
going
just
to be-
chock-a-block with licensed characters engaging in all manner of actionable filth, which I believe their copyright holders will pursue with a rabid vengeance through every
yes.
court in the land. So, you know,
Expect to see us brought up in front of all manner of jury.
yeah, I mean, if you'd like to play these games, then patreon.com/Shame City. Maybe we'll add a tier where, you know, if you donate $500,000, we'll hire a studio. I'm happy to be the Ken Levine of Tinky Winky.
We will animate
fucking
Lin
everyone.
Manuel saying Abraham Lincoln is a nonce.
It'll be a short game, but its cultural impact will know no end. And yeah, I mean, that's strictly speaking an episode of the show that
Yeah,
we've
that's
just done.
well, it's minutes.
Can't claim it's not.
That anyone who dares will
Yeah,
see
you'd be
you in
wrong.
court. We'll see you in court.
But before our big court date, which we'll of course tweet about, where will we tweet it? You are right to ask.
At Shame City Gang, thank you for asking.
It's a huge place. There's not a lot going on there, but maybe if people start like turning the lights on, we'll come back and fill up the pool with
Yeah.
all kinds of content.
Yeah, sure.
But if you really want to find us these days, well, it's like we've been saying, we're gamers now, and you'll have heard our gamer's instinct underpinning each and every decision we made in the RPG of life. Where do we hang out? Twitch.
Well, twitch.tv/Shame City.
With two
Or I
Ys.
think you've said that you can go to shame.city/Twitch.
That's probably the easy
That's
one.
probably the
'cause
easy
in
one.
the future, we may have changed that. We might be like Shame City Gamer Studio, Shame City Live from Belmarsh.
Twitch.tv/once you bop, you can't stop.
Inc.
Legally Inc. Games,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's
you can.
huge. We're on 5 nights a week, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
It's
Mondays,
all-
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, not Fridays,
No.
not Saturdays,
Perish
Sundays, yes.
Yeah. And it's usually about 9 p.m. UK time, which is UTC +1. But yeah, come and hang out. It's fun. We're almost at affiliate as well, which would be big.
You can get kind of like updates about when we're streaming and what we might be streaming if you join shame.city/Discord.
Yeah. Now, what is Discord? I've heard a lot about it, and I'm
Well,
in
I-
about 50 of them.
I don't know. Like, I
Okay.
still don't know.
Okay.
Would you, I like? Can you tell me?
It's a chatting app. You chat people up on there, and you talk to them.
It's like Facebook Messenger.
but good.
It's like WhatsApp.
No, WhatsApp's the worst of all of them. I fucking hate WhatsApp. We don't have the time for this, to be honest.
We should get a Shame City WhatsApp going.
No,
yeah, you
no,
can.
No,
you love
no,
that.
Can't. The Discord is where it's popping off. We've got pictures. We've got GIFs. We've got animated emoji.
Yeah, we've got our own little React, haven't we?
Huge. It's fucking huge. And yeah, you'll get notifications when we go live on Twitch. I can't think there's anything else.
Well,
on
there's
that list.
patreon.com/Shame City, of course.
Yeah.
If you want to donate $1 there, then that will all go directly to our legal defense fund.
Yeah. And do they get anything back? Probably not, right?
They get free episodes, free bonus content
Thousands
each week.
of them. Yeah. There's honestly loads. There's more
There
than
is
you could
quite a
possibly
lot.
count. Until next episode. And it's going to be a big one. Let me just get that out. in front.
It's
It's our April special. I've been
mid-April special. God, I forgot about that.
I've been Isaac. You've been.
Me, well, I've been Declan.
Keep gaming.
Bye, guys.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder, my new home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. Necessities, the bare necessities, the bare necessities of life will come to you.